For the highly urbanized city category, this was awarded to the city of Olongapo, led by Honorable Mayor Rolen C. Paulino Jr. for the Early Childhood Care and Development Program of Olongapo City. Local government unit support to the ECCD implementation through annual budget allocation for the ECCD programs, projects, and activities, salaries and honoraria of 55 child development workers, CSWDO Fund, Mayor's Office Fund, and Special Education Fund. Legislation to adopt the national laws relevant to the ECCD programs and services. Capability building activities. Traditionally, during the summer months, April and May, the CSWDO conducts refresher courses or training for the new and old child development workers to capacitate them in leading the ECCD session and update them with the latest laws on the program's implementation. Because of the pandemic, the office focused on SAP implementation at that time. The capability building activities were held sometime in October 2020, when there was a lull in the transmission of the virus. Still, the clusters conducted the activities with only a few participants. Before this, the focal persons attended the training on center-based program implemented in alternative venues and successfully cascaded their learnings to all ECCD implementers. Organization of the Child Development Center Parent Committees. As the extension arms of the child development workers, parent committees were established and organized. An election of officers was conducted. The City Federation of Parents Committee is in charge of further organizing this activity. It is conducted in July, right after the orientation of the daycare parents. Despite the pandemic, parents or guardians of the CDCs organized themselves as they understood their roles more in the Child Development Center, primarily to address the needs of their respective centers, including improvement opportunities. Functionality of the Barangay Council for the Protection of Children. In 2018, the CSWDO initiated a competition for the Barangay Council for the Protection of Children to determine their functionality. In coordination with the Department of Interior and Local Government and other local council for the protection of children member agencies, this competition is now regularly conducted annually. 17 BCPCs of the city are validated and assessed for their accomplishments through the various programs, projects, and activities in their respective barangays. Best practices for the implementation of the Early Childhood Care and Development Program include issuance of the Daycare Center Parents Handbook, improvement of daycare checklist, regular conduct of supplementary feeding program, lakbay-aral destination for the Daycare Center Program, first in the province of Zambales to implement the center-based program implemented in alternative venue through modular modality. Daycare workers trained and became the facilitators of parent effectiveness services. First to implement the non-use of tables and chairs in the conduct of ECCD sessions. First to implement the use of whiteboards and child-friendly markers in the daycare centers. First to use daycare centers' manual of operations. Daycare centers or daycare workers reached 100% accreditation status. One of the top-performing programs in the city's social welfare and development is the Early Childhood Care and Development Program. According to Republic Act No. 10410 Series of 2013, or the Early Year Act of 2013, the states recognize 0 to 8 years old as the first crucial stage of educational and human development. The Early Child Care and Development Council shall be responsible for children 0 to 4 years old, whereas DepEd's responsibility is for the development of children during their formative ages from ages 5 to 8 years. ECCD conducts close coordination with the DepEd to clearly understand the age coverage of the ECCD program to ensure management focus.